Hello and good morning. Wow, it's a fantastic day. This is gonna be. It's gonna be a fantastic day.
It is. It's Thursday the 14th, and it's practically the middle of a month.
Yes, so halfway, like right down the middle, will be tomorrow. But it already feels like we're closer to payday. You know.
We can't be too close. Let's get closer. Now, if you think about it, that means that the glass is either half full or half empty. Well, for me, I'll go with the former. I'll go with half full. What do you go with?
I actually like saying half full as well, but the truth is sometimes, man, your pockets are like half empty.
Okay.
So, you know, it goes different ways. But the most important thing today is to have a positive viewpoint. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
Mike Messikenor is mine. We are streaming live at tvcentertainment.tv. On Facebook, it's at TVC Connect. Send me your comments on social media. Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
Now, you can also download our mobile app from Android or iOS stores. Make sure you watch us from your mobile devices from anywhere in the world, as long as you have internet.
Yeah, that rejoinder is extremely important. Don't go somewhere without data and be like, you want to watch TVC. You'll be watching yourself because the phone will be looking back at you.
Wow.
All right? Okay, so it's going to be a packed show this morning. You know how Thursdays normally are, our arts days and all of that.
We're all artsy on Thursdays.
It is. Now we'll kick off the show.
We bring our first musical performance to you. R&B singers Raphael and Richard Ayotunji, popularly known as Silver Boys.
So, on Tech Today, we'll be looking at some updates which we didn't take on Monday in the world of technology. Disney Plus has launched in some places. You'd want to know how far with that.
Can't wait. And for a second performance on the show, we have saxophonist Abiodun Owokoya. Now, he's famously known as Abecheche, and you need to see it.
I hope we get something like this morning.
Yeah.
This is energetic. And then, of course, we have a live band also. Wow. It's music today. The RCCG Teenage Band will be here to perform for us. Oh, if you're looking half as lovely as they look here, then this is one performance you don't want to miss.
I love it when young people perform.
Wonderful. It is always a great thing.
And of course, for art display, we have Okedoyin Oluwatosin. Now, a practicing painter whose paintings are considered surreal. Don't you just love art?
This is Ogboju or Opolo art.
Mike.
Finally on the show, we'll be joined by reality TV star and contestant on the recently concluded Big Brother Nigeria, Joe Abdallah.
All right.
So that's probably the idea of the painting.
What?
Opolo.
I have no idea. You know, sometimes painters, artists, just have a completely different worldview.
They do.
And I talked to a painter recently who told me that he just sees the canvas, and then he sees something in the canvas. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you see, before you create something, you definitely have to have something in mind. You see, it's the creative ability of the mind. You know, that's the mind, the imaginative part. So our imagination, you know, some people talk about people having wild imaginations. The people who have dared to invent things in this world are people who have decided to bring their imaginations into reality. I mean, someone sat down somewhere and said, I could watch moving images and put some sound to it, and it became audiovisual, and the television was born.
You know, but even before then, the person who supposedly created the light bulb, now there's a movie coming out about the controversy around the technology of the filament light bulb. And apparently there were two people claiming that they invented it. And it was the person who got to patent it first. Who is recognized today. So it's a big story, a huge movie that's coming out soon.
Yeah, we're looking
but when
forward
you
to it.
think about it, without that light bulb, without the first spark of electricity, we wouldn't even have moving pictures. We wouldn't even have audio. You know, we wouldn't have all these things.
Definitely, there's a lot that revolves. You know, I want to say yes, some inventions are really the base, the foundation on which other inventions are born, or you know, like a launching pad where which you take off, and that's what electricity was or is when it was invented.
When you think about it, somebody actually thought of being like a bird and flying, and made it happen.
The White brothers and all of that. Yeah, you know. So
what are your own inventions?
My own inventions. No, you can. You see, you can take something that is already at the next level. I saw a story we did on someone inventing, as it were, an inverter, and okay, I would. When I looked at the report, I would say they coupled it. I wouldn't want to use the word invention because that's quite a stretch. You know, I'm looking at, when I think of invention, I'm thinking about something almost entirely new, right?
Something that has never happened.
Exactly. So, but it's kudos to them. Kudos for putting together that kind of stuff. Yeah, but invention, man, that's a strong thing, eh? So, but there are many things in my mind now. You know, just
like what?
When the money comes, or
when the money comes, that's when you decide to invent something. But you know, sometimes, well, I'm going to say sadly, you know, there are some kids that show that talent. Maybe they're picking up sand and molding things, and their parents just go, "Stop playing with sand." You never know if you're just, you know, hindering that child's destiny. You just never know.
You see, there is a lot that is happening now for the positive and negative. Kids are being allowed to express themselves. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing at the same time. You see those kids now, you're talking about sand now. In some other countries, we've heard about things about kids who are who the parents look at them and feel that they are tending towards maybe the other gender apart from where they are, and then they make choices for those kids and all of that. You see, it's a positive and negative thing. When you allow kids to express themselves, very good thing. So it should be within a controlled environment, right? You try to steer the child because that's why they are kids. They need to be guided, they need to be counseled, they need to be put in the right direction. So yes, allow them, let them be creative, but ensure that you did our confinement.
So it's interesting you should say that, because I can still remember when the kids were about 2 and they started drawing on the wall. So when one of my friends came around, she was like, "Stop drawing on the wall." I said, "No, please allow them to draw. Please allow them to draw. The wall is not doing anything for me. Let it be their palette if they want." That's where they started learning letters, numbers. And as God would have it, there was a day I came across my phone number written on one of the walls. And they had memorized the phone number such that when the school bus driver needed to call me, one of them was able to recite it. You know, so you just never know.
Very nice. Well, I would build you on this one. Yes, good. I would say maybe as they progress, you get a canvas for them. Tell them, okay, okay, do it here. Don't do it on the wall because, man, the money to be painting that wall, you have not yet invented that money.
No, the walls haven't been painted in a while. But it's time for us to take the news update now.
Ibrahim, of course, is on standby.
Hi.
Hi, Titi. Hi, Mike. I have my own experience when I was growing up, but maybe I'll just tease it, then I'll give the full story on the second half of when I come back to take the news. I was used to beating the wall, beating everything with a cane, learning that particular aspect from my teachers. What happened next is what I'll tell you. Just try to remind me.
Ibrahim the boxer. I'll be the wrestler.
All right. More than 400 displaced traders of demolished fruit market in Ikoseketu, Lagos, took to the streets to protest government action. Abimbola Baby reports that they are calling on the state lawmakers to intervene.
In their numbers, the traders took to the streets, halting movements of cars as they marched with placards carrying different inscriptions. Their means of livelihood has just been terminated through the demolition of the market.
These are aggrieved traders of the popular fruit market in Ketu area of Lagos, and they are out on the street to register their displeasure over the demolition of their market by the local government area within the community.
The angry traders continued their demonstration until they got to their destination, the seat of power in Alausa. The fruit market has existed in the community for more than 3 decades. Now the traders are lost for words as the reason for the demolition is still unknown.
The market that started in 1979, we believe since 1983 that I was there, when When Jaganda opened the market, he gave it to us. We all is making it. But now, we don't know what is going on. They want us to go and start making food to eat.
Minutes after their arrival, some lawmakers met with them.
Not that we are causing hold up or anything. There are majority residents there that they are living. They didn't bring any petition to anybody that this market is disturbing us. So why they now come and demolish our market?
The representatives assured the traders of the state government's intervention, and some of the traders hope this promise would be fulfilled.
They cannot just come overnight and destroy your property. My colleague and I has called on the local government chairman, Mr. Oyesoya, to stop forthwith what he's doing until we're able to resolve it. And I know Mr. Speaker and other colleagues will be interested in this case, but you will get justice because this is your house. Be rest assured that you get justice.
We are happy if they can do. We don't want them to give us fingerless promise. We want a tangible promise because we are more than 3 million in the market.
Already, millions of naira have been lost to this demolition, but the traders hope their tears will be wiped away soon by government's quick response. Abimbola Ayebi, TVC News, Lagos.
No fewer than 1,618 persons died from road accidents nationwide between December 2018 and February 2019. That's according to the Federal Road Safety Corps. But the number could have been far less if those who witnessed the accident acted as first responders rather than take photographs of the victims. Correspondent Theophilus Ilama reports on this.
Road accidents are on the rise in Nigeria. In many cases, the non-provision of first responder assistance is a major missing link. But health officials are embarking on an awareness campaign to sensitize the public to the need to put victims first.
We realize that many of our people now take pictures and videos of accidents and the crash victims instead of taking a positive action. So in the last 1 year, we have trained 29 people already for emergency first responders.
Experts say it is inappropriate to look away from people in need of critical assistance at an accident scene. As part of the campaign, the organizers are also looking to partner the private sector to raise the standard of healthcare delivery.
We will desire that more is done by the government to support the hospitals to respond during emergencies. But until we get to such a time, lives are being lost daily. People are dying because of 10,000 naira cases. So what are we doing right now to make a difference until the time the government gets to that stage, until the time our development journey takes us to a stage where people are not dying because of $100, $50, $20, or 100,000 naira, or if indeed 5,000 naira.
Health officials should help because these people can be anybody's relation. So government should be able to help. They vote money every year for health sector. They need to help the people. Nigerians need to help ourselves.
The universal right to health is for everyone to enjoy and gain access. It is believed that with all stakeholders involved, there will be a rejuvenation of the sector. Theophilus Ilama, TVC News, Lagos.
That's it on the news update for this hour. Weather update is next.
Okay, well, good morning. Let's take a look at traffic situation in Lagos. Of course, you can be a part of this on Twitter with the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. You can send us tweets, let us know how the situation is like around you, wherever you are in Lagos. It was a rainy night. A number of people got in very late last night. I was on the road when it was raining, and I saw a number of people who the flood in some parts. Now, I used to think that it just was a Lekki VI kind of thingy, where the flood is. But man, on some parts of the mainland, especially Allen Avenue and all of that, man, that place, the rain was not so much. Yes, heavy at some point, but man, the flood there was just something. It's not, if you're not very sure of your car, if it's not maybe an SUV or something, you don't want to take that risk on that particular road. So hey, just do be careful. Diti, how are you? Were you, last night, how was it? Were you anywhere out during the rainfall?
Not at all. I was safe and sound in my home. But the issue is, when you think about what it's going to do to the roads the next day, it's still a cause for worry. When you hear how heavy the rain is, you're wondering, where should I pass through? Which route should I avoid? That kind of thing. So it did come to my mind that, okay, this rain is really going to cause some havoc on the roads today. So
just stay clear, right? All right, so while I still get report from the maps here, do you have any traffic reports online on Twitter or something?
I'm actually looking at a few. So there are, of course, a lot of tweets talking about the traffic situation, or rather the situation of the roads, quite a few potholes here and there. And all these tweets are appreciated, by the way, so you can tell people where and where to avoid. It says Abule Ado on Route Mile 2 along Badagry Expressway, currently good to go. This is 6 minutes ago. Gradual movement currently from Barracks inward under bridge along Badagry Expressway due to bad road. Gradual movement, meaning slow movement. Slow movement currently from Navy Town inward Alakija via Old Ojo Road. This is 10 minutes ago. Free movement from Ilogbo to Alaba International. This is all via traffic butter, by the way. And yeah, those are the messages I've been able to track down.
All right, so
let's
take a look at this. If you're heading to the island from the mainland, let's take our cue from Magodo, where we are. It will take you exactly 2 hours, 3 minutes to get to Ajah at this point. Of course, the major place where you get traffic is on the 3rd Mainland Bridge. Today's Thursday, so I would have expected it to be a little bit light because, of course, Thursdays we get to do, there is sanitation for lock-up shops and all of that. But it seems a number of people are already out on the road. But some parts of the bridge are free. So at the beginning at the Owuru, that's where it picks up when there's traffic. By the time you get up on the bridge, it's free a bit. And then by the time you get to Unilag Waterfront, it starts being tight, frees up again. But at the end of the bridge, of course, it's tight up until, say, where is this now? Yeah, Osborne Road. Frees up at Osborne Road. Osborne, Gerard Road and all of that frees up. Picks up again, where now? Well, at that point, it's almost free as though you get into Ajah. It picks up again at about Lekki Expressway, somewhere around there. That's where it picks off. So it will take you just about 2 hours. The return journey, let's calculate. So if you're heading from Ajah at this point now up until, wow, okay. It's almost the same thing. It's just about 1 hour 53 minutes. Whoa, okay. 1 hour 53 minutes. Of course, it's almost free of when you get to Lekki Expressway. That's where you're going to get traffic. But 3rd Mainland, of course, returning this way is quite free. It will take you a breeze through there. But the major traffic is just at LCC, Lekki Conservation Center, up until Lekki Phase 1. That is definitely where you're going to have quite a bit of problem. I hope. But something, have you noticed that there's actually been some work ongoing on some of our roads here?
Quite a bit of work going on in quite a few places, especially where the railway tracks are being laid or relayed. There are a lot of, pop-up construction workers here and there, places that you wouldn't have even imagined people they would be repairing. I noticed around Shrine area, around Alausa, there was some scraping of the road going on. Around Agidingbi Road too, there was some scraping going on. So yes, just look out for that, and hopefully they'll be done very soon.
Okay, let me take a look at Fagba. Let's, if you're coming from that area, I know how that notorious that area can be. Fagba to Ikeja, that's talking about on the bridge. This morning, it will take you 38 minutes. That's the shortest distance. There are two other places that you can use. One will take you 51, the other one will take you 53 minutes to get to Ikeja from Fagba. But the shortest and the best route would be the one, let's see now, via Oladire Street up until, let's see, Sherry Road. And then, of course, into Ojodu, Agidingbi. And you enter Obafemi Awolowo Way and then up until Ikeja. That's your best route. That will take you the least time, 38 minutes. Now, two other routes will take you 53 minutes and 51 minutes. Wemko Road via Ogba will take you 53 minutes. That will be a longer place. So you're best served by going via Agidingbi area. That would be a better serve for you if you're coming from Fagba and then you want to head to Ikeja. I know that's quite a route that quite a number of people use. Ikeja, of course, Computer Village at this time around, people don't really get to go there too early because it's Thursday, and of course, lock-up stalls need to do sanitation, which I think is a misnomer. Like, shouldn't they go there, open their shops and clean it? Because what happens is that people just stay till 10 o'clock or 9:30 before they start heading to their shops. I mean, Titi, shouldn't they really? Because I've been around where the stores are locked and nobody, or just see one or two, a handful of people around, and then by 9:30 they start moving.
So you know, most of the markets have their associations. It's really the job of the associations to, you know, gather the market people together and make sure that they do some things. But the truth is, there's so many other little battles they're arguing about that most of the time sanitation isn't really one of them anymore. There's so much more to talk about during their meetings that sanitation just becomes something on the back burner. But really, it should be the associations and the unions that come together to make sure it happens every single week. And you know how markets can be. Your feet get muddy and messy when you step in there. You know, sometimes there's nowhere to put the refuse, the remnants from some of the things they're selling, etc., etc. Empty cartons, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. There's a lot of work to be done.
All right, that's all we can take on reports in traffic. Let's see, quite a number of stuff to talk about. Maybe you would, like we mentioned, or we were talking about earlier, talking about that bill that is being pushed. There's some other stuff I'll join Titi right about now.
Yes, he will. Now, I know there are a lot of birthday shout-outs we're going to be doing a bit later on, but I want to make a special birthday shout-out. So yesterday was my grandfather's birthday, and my grandfather is Pa E.O. Oyedele. Now, he is my mom's father. My mom's father is still alive and well and kicking and energetic.
How old
and this
is he?
is my special happy birthday shout-out.
How old is he?
Well, you know, I want to be very sure before I call it. I will confirm it and I'll tell you.
All right,
but he's in his 80s.
Whoa.
And I can remember
he's
him.
an octogenarian. Nice one.
Yes. So I remember him working for a company that used to make hair relaxer. And he was the head of that. I don't want to mention the company still exists now. And so I remember going to the factory and seeing the factory workers all putting together the cartons of hair relaxer. And we always used to have loads of hair relaxer at home. And like we always used to, you know, it was just so interesting to see how industrial he was when he worked, you know. But he's still alive and kicking. He's an Arsenal fan. You know, when you enter his house, you see the Arsenal mats right in front of the door.
I don't know if you can change club now.
No.
Daddy, please change club now.
He's not changing clubs. No way, no way. I hope he's watching now.
Should change club, Daddy.
Happy birthday, Papa. Happy birthday. So
happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. You know, the God, Daddy, I don't know how you've managed to say how long. I would have loved to ask him how long he has been supporting the Gunners. Because
from when I can remember, he used to have the scarf. I can remember, I think the first time
he must be a good man.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's not easy to stay with somebody or stay with people who consistently don't live up to expectations.
Really?
Yeah.
Mike? Oh,
yeah, it's not, you know, someone said that the club a man supports at times lets you know the kind of person he is.
Okay.
Should we break it down? Should we change the table?
No, please.
For those of you that are Chelsea fans.
Please don't. Please don't. This was supposed to be a birthday shout-out.
No. You're after the birthday shout-out. No? So, Chelsea fans, those ones, their head is to touch too much sometimes. I am going there. Chelsea fans, You people,
Mike,
you know.
Mike,
So no, they're like, I'm calm. Arsenal fans are very cool. You know, they've been heartbroken too much.
Wow.
When you're heartbroken plenty, are cool.
Mike, can you stop now?
But Chelsea fans are like Mourinho. Yeah, every time 200 for Man U.
Okay, so Mike, you were going to talk to us about this bill. You know, I don't have as much information as you know. You
okay, no. So it's the second time. This was passed at the previous the previous term. You know, and this particular senator pushed for this bill. It wasn't accepted and all, but this time it has passed the first reading, and it is causing quite a lot of consternation in the general public. It's causing quite a lot of stir. Like, man, how do you propose capital punishment for what you term hate speech? And you know that hate speech, that term has been bastardized. You say something against somebody that the person doesn't like, and they term it hate speech.
Okay, so there should definitely be some parameters to what could be defined as hate speech. Now, to the best of my knowledge, something that goes against a particular race, religious organization or religion, maybe a certain age group or a certain gender or non-gender, as the case may be, I think that is what I would understand to be hate speech. Anything that leads other people to maybe violently attack or chastise anyone online, stirring up
yes, the public in ways that you know, could cause you know, could be a problem for security.
Unrest, anything that could cause unrest.
Definitely.
I understand that to be hate speech. So if someone just criticizes someone in politics, a politician or something like that, that is not hate speech.
But that's what they love this word term, hate speech. And then even if you were even hate speech, I mean, really the capital punishment, really? You have rapists, you have murderers, you have kidnappers who are in detention and all of that, and you know, they will definitely get a time that is not as high as a capital punishment. For something in term hate speech, I think that's going to be too far.
Well, there are some utterances that have led people to take their own lives before. I'm going that far.
Much.
There are some utterances that have led people to take their own lives before. There are some utterances that have ruined people's careers. There are some utterances that have led people to lose their jobs. So I understand that it's quite serious, but then again, capital punishment it does feel a little bit extreme. And I don't know if it's going to be passed or not, but it does make me wonder about the issue of freedom of speech and what that actually means. What did it mean when it started, and what does it mean today? Because back then, not a lot of people could actually speak out. Now, with the advent of social media, everybody has a voice. Everybody can just type something and be heard. So I think that freedom has really grown from what it was before. Before, you had to have a press tag to, you know, really be considered to have a proper voice. But Mike, I can see you're checking out something.
Yeah. So we what you're saying, and I agree. So, but I just feel like that one is taking too far. I'm moving on back. So yesterday, of course, the Super Eagles defeated Benin 2-1. Okay. And there was a lot of.
I didn't want to talk about this today. You know why?
Why?
Because so there was this commentator. Apparently, that's what you wanted to talk about, right?
Okay, commentator, amongst other things, it was a little bit of a show of shame for us as a country.
A little bit.
Quite a lot, not a little. For as far as we've got, that Nigeria match, you know, there's a lot about it that was a show of shame for us.
And sadly, that word is also trending on Twitter. That word shame. Wow. We don't have enough time to talk about this now, but maybe later on the show. We'll be back after this quick break.
Nobody na fire, ho. My money na wire, ho. I no go retire, ho. You gon' be the one for me.
Why they do as if they don't know that I'm here?
Once again.
Hey. Okay. Silver boys. I like these guys. I like these guys. You guys have the swag and all that. But
Thanks.
from what I see, you guys have been on the scene for quite a while.
Yes, bro.
As in, let's talk. There's something I want to talk about, the challenging aspect of music in Nigeria here. How have you guys been able to, you know, surmount those kind of challenges that come with doing music entertainment in Nigeria?
Yeah, actually, we've been trying our best. Make sure we push ourselves to the world so that they can feel us. Actually, it's not been easy.
At all. I know. No, it's not easy. I'm telling you. So, you guys have an album out or something. What project do you have coming up that your fans can look forward to?
Yeah, we actually dropped our video this year, last 2 months.
Okay.
And we're working on an album.
All
Hopefully, we'll be ready by next year, middle of next year, or first quarter of next year.
Okay, good. That's wonderful. So, when you put up this album, what should your fans look out for? What kind of content are they going to get in this album?
Well, we try as much as possible to make sure our content is different and
I like the groove, that song. I'm feeling that song.
Basically, we work on our lyrics. And we really do much rehearsal on our beats.
I will make sure the delivering is
on point.
Something special.
Let's talk about this song you just performed now. What's it titled?
Kosere, no play.
Yeah, let's talk about what's the inspiration behind the song. What does it mean? Talk to us about putting the song together.
Actually, the inspiration behind this song is some things we go through around the world and things we face physically and spiritually.
And Coach actually speaks about two lovers. We deeply fall in love with each other and end up open to get married, and
it didn't happen. But that's the thing, man. Let's talk about love, man. What's up? This love thing, man, it's hard. Is it? I don't know.
It's all about the world.
It's all about. I wanted to ask if it was personal experience or it's something, but I know that one way or the other, everybody has come in contact with love.
Now, it happen.
So it happened. So everyone has come in contact with love that didn't turn out well. But that's good. Great one, guys. This is me wishing you guys the best, right?
Thank you, boss.
You guys are at the top. And
Thank you.
You guys have a good groove going on. I enjoyed myself this morning. Thank you very much.
God bless you.
All right, so Silver Boys rounding us up for the first hour of the show. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Much more on the show.
Yes.
Black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul.
Whoa! This is kill. This is just No, that's.
You know I had lines.
Like, man, those lines there. What? Don't try, Titi. Those lines are sleek.
Really?
Cool. Now that was quite impressive. Now someone has been working on her poetry, I must say.
I had some time to read on my break, you know.
Titi,
and that is from the poem Invictus by William Ernest Henley.
You know, Titi studied English, right? Studied English,
yes,
right?
Of course.
So, man, you need some lessons in some things and all of that. Titi is the way to go. Of course, I've said her name 3 or 4 times already, so you don't need to.
I'm going to introduce myself anyway. My name is Titi Lyra Oyinson.
Mike Mesikeno is mine. Of course, we're streaming live at tvcentertainment.tv. On Facebook, it's at TVC Connect.
Send in those comments, y'all. Please. Social media platforms are waiting for you with that hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
We also have an app which is available for you to download on both Android and iOS stores. You can watch us anywhere around the world. Once you have the app, of course, you need internet connection to do just that.
And you know the show is not complete without our chef.
Hey!
AY!
My one and only AY.
She in the building! AY love.
When I hear AY, man,
how you doing?
It makes my heart go.
Wow. Please don't wave that knife around like that, please. It's
sorry, don't be upset.
You can wave anything. I don't mind.
How you doing, AY?
I'm good. Just trying to get everything together.
Fantastic.
Anyway, so I'm here with this apple. I want to keep the doctor away. According to what they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. It's cliche, but is it true?
I thought you were going to give me this apple, really. If it was me giving the apple now, they would say it's Eve trying to tempt Adam. So just offer the apple back to me.
Let's get straight to the highlights for this morning. On Tech Today, we'll be getting the latest information in the world of technology. Of course, Disney Plus, amongst a lot of orders. Disney Plus is a major thing, launched, of course, on the 12th of November. I'll be giving you updates on that one and other things.
And for a second performance on the show, we have saxophonist Abiodun Owokoya. Now, he's famously known as Abe Cheche.
And then, of course, joining us for a live performance is the RCCG Teenage Band. If they're looking half as lovely as this is one performance you don't want to miss.
And for art display, we have Okedoyin Oluwatosin. Now, a practicing painter whose paintings, they're considered surreal, honestly, and they are amazing to look at. We'll be talking to the artist very soon.
And then, of course, finally, we'll be joined by reality TV star and contestant on the recently concluded Big Brother Naija, Joe Abdallah.
All right. So, Mike.
Yeah, what's up?
There's something I've been wondering about.
Yeah, what's that?
You know okay, so I don't know whether it's just about putting on a face. So maybe when you go to an event, like we were at an event a weekend ago.
Yeah, was that the Living Bandage you're talking about? The Living Bandage.
No, not even that one. I'm talking about the gaming event.
Okay.
Where you see people that you know from the same industry, and we all greet each other.
Okay.
But then you're all acting like you guys talk all the time, you gist all the time, and you have this smile on your face.
On your face, yeah.
I don't know. So how do you? So there's some people that you know that they're smiling with you here, and then later on they're just.
Yeah, true. You see, it's not just even about entertainment or media practitioners. It's a human thing, right? Now, events as they are, there are times when you get to see people that you don't get to see every day.
True.
You know, for some people, it's just it's good to see you. So yeah, you might say, okay, I don't always get to see you to smile, but hey, we're somewhere. After all, there are some people like me that, look, if I don't send you, I don't send you. Guy, you did. I can't pass my way. Yeah, I can't come and keep myself. This is just me personally. Yeah, but there are times when you just want to be nice and all of that, and hey, just for the camera, just for the glam.
Selfie.
After that.
But after that, it's funny because, okay, so I was watching an interview was on a BBC show.
Okay.
Graham Norton.
Okay,
Graham Norton. There are these two actors who are in the same movie.
Yeah.
And they get on set and start greeting each other there.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Okay.
And I'm like, wait, you guys in the movie were so tight and so close.
Okay.
Like you were best of friends.
Okay.
But then in real life, they haven't even seen each other since maybe the last day of shooting the movie.
And that is why they are good actors. That is why they're good actors. That is why they're good actors.
It feels so weird.
It's all in the job. You know, it's almost like we're working in customer care.
Okay.
Have you ever, I know you've definitely raked at the customer care personnel at one time.
No, I've never raked.
You've never?
I've never raked.
Okay.
No, because my mom used to do that job.
Oh.
She used to be on the phone lines at a job in the UK. So she kind of gave me all the, there are going to be customers that have had a hard day.
A hard day, man. And they just want to let it out on the customer care agent and all that. Your network is just, what is wrong with you? No, it's not the person that the person cannot give some answers. So, stick to the script. I don't know if you've seen this movie. What's this movie now? I'll get the name. It's coming to me where it was all about people behind the scene, customer care, people who are marketing, who call people and all of that. They always tell them stick to the script. There's a script there, and so that's why they cannot just show their emotions. They have to keep to it.
Oh well, hopefully nobody is going to make you rake at any customer care agent today, and especially after listening to our news updates.
Ibrahim is a standby for that.
Right, welcome again to the news. The federal government is now more concerned about improving Nigeria's reputation globally and leveraging on existing opportunities to fast-track economic growth and infrastructure development. At the Federal Executive Council meeting led by the Vice President, it was disclosed that Nigeria is now classified by the World Bank Group as a middle-class income country due to its rising GDP and per capita income. Council talked about enhancing Nigeria's voice in the global financial architecture and approved an additional capital increase for Nigeria at the International Bank of Reconstruction and Development. This, it believes, would help project Nigeria as a strong emerging market. Approval was also given for an award of contract for the construction of the jetty in Bonny Island, Rivers State. The Senate has approved President Muhammadu Buhari's request to pay Kogi State 10 billion naira as refund for projects executed on behalf of the federal government. The approval was granted during the plenary after a presentation by the Committee on Local and Foreign Debt. This request unsettled the parliament, with senators questioning the time of approval. The minority leader argues that the approval is coming at an odd time and should be extended to avoid mismanagement of funds. But the Senate president was quick to counter this request, arguing that the payment to the state is long overdue. Some other lawmakers advocated that such considerations be extended to other states. At least 6 persons, including a driver with radio biosar, have been killed after hoodlums attacked the governorship campaign rally of the People's Democratic Party in Nembe. While the dead are believed to have been taken to the mortuary, many are missing after the incident. Governor Siraka Dixon has visited some of the wounded at the Biosar Specialist Hospital and the Federal Medical Center in Yenagoa. The governorship candidate of the PDP and the national vice chairman of the party in the South-South region spoke to journalists.
It was a repeat of what happened in the last election, where they even derobed a police officer with the rank of the Deputy Commissioner of Police, and nothing was done. So, you see, if the federal government, after assuring us that there will be peace, and they cannot maintain peace, that's unfortunate.
We are a peace-loving party, but we refuse to be harassed. We refuse to be intimidated. We refuse to be killed by people who are equally aspiring to govern Bayelsa State. We have it on good authority that about 4 of those allegedly who killed were arrested by the soldiers at Nembe. It is at this juncture that we want to also commend and appreciate the soldiers who swung into action and saved the lives of many of our party faithful.
Now, 3 policemen have been killed at Aboro village along the Fadan Kashi Nimbia Forest Road in Songa local government area of Kaduna State. They were ambushed Tuesday afternoon by heavily armed gunmen while on patrol in the area. The operatives had engaged the hoodlums, but in the process got killed while all the team members escaped unhurt. Police authorities in the state assured that the culprits will be caught and made to face justice. And also, sub-editor of Premium Times for the Northeast, who was abducted on Monday, has been set free. Abdulkarim Haruna was kidnapped 2 days ago by a group of unknown gunmen clad in military uniforms along the Jos to Bauchi highway. He was the only one removed from the public vehicle in which he had been traveling and taking away to an undisclosed location. It is reported that he is hale and hearty and is on his way to be reunited with his family. And that's the news update for this hour. Stay tuned.
It's time for us to take a look at the headlines of the papers this morning. I'll kick off from The Guardian, and we have here protest as Senate approves 10 billion naira refund for Kogi. We have the picture story here of Ahmed Lawan and Zainab Ahmed. Page 8 says, reps to stop Akpabio's 2020 budget over alleged interference in NDDC. 5 states in quiet push for foreign funds in South Africa. And 4 riders underneath go on to say, hope rises for Lagos $280 million cable car project. Kwara Abia Cross River in fresh high-profile talks. U.S. renews investment drive with $60 billion. And Abia gets 2 new deals. And page 3 here, the jump line there. The first one says, convene NEC meeting or resign. APC Governor Stella Shumole. Nigerians facing hard times, says Primate Oko. Gunmen kill 3 policemen in Kaduna. That's page 12. And then the kidnappers of Lagos monarch get death sentence. That's page 12. Also, all of this on the front page of The Guardian.
We also have the Daily Sun newspaper. It says, Oshomole Obaseki's fight gets messier. Faction suspends governor, deputy, others. APC governors ask national chairman to convene emergency NEC meeting or resign. Pages 6 and 10 have more information on that. Supreme Court to explain ruling on Buhari versus Atiku tomorrow. Reps direct JAMB to suspend proposed use of NIN for UTME. Bayelsa, PDP, APC trade blame as many feared dead. Why we're interested in governorship election, according to the U.S. Page 5 and 44 have more on those stories. Senate reintroduces bill to establish Southeast Development Commission, and that's on page 8. And finally, federal government disowns Senate on hate speech penalty. Bill in Nigerians' interest, say lawmakers. That's what we have on the cover of the Daily Sun.
And from the Daily Sun to the Daily Trust, a race to replace Doguwa begins in the House of Reps. We've not done enough on road projects. I agree with the federal government on this one. And great one there. APC, okay, that's the Tribune that you can see there. Okay, let's look at the Tribune. We'll later look at Daily Trust.
It says here, APC Forum DG to Oshomole, convene NEC meeting now or resign. Edo crisis. Says another faction suspends Obaseki, Shuaibu, others. Page 4 has more on that. Hate speech law already exists, says federal government. Bill in interest of Nigerians, says Senate. Shoyinka Falana knock federal government, DSS, over continued detention of Shore and attack on protesters. Why he's still being held, according to DSS. More information on page 31. It also says here, APC PDP supporters clash in Bayelsa, 1 killed. Conduct Bayelsa election without pressure, intimidation, U.S. tells INEC. And finally, Senate approves 10 billion naira loan refund for Kogi. Timing, few days to governor's election, wrong, Senate minority leader says. That's what we have on the cover of the Nigerian Tribune.
Let's see if we can take the Daily Trust now. And APC crisis deepens as governors move against Oshomole. Race to replace Doguwa begins in House of Reps. We've not done enough on road projects as a federal government. And I love what I can see here, this infogram, World Diabetes Day. Patients grown over high cost of medication in Nigeria. Risk factor of diabetes, excess body weight, high blood pressure, old age, not exercising, and unhealthy diets. And we can't say these things too much. We can't say it enough. We can't say it too much. We will do, in a bit, we'll be moving to the garden and fitness, man, as much as you can. I'm talking to myself now as it is.
It's people living to keep fit.
Yeah, people living with diabetes globally, 366 million people.
Wow.
5% of the total population of Nigeria have diabetes.
Wow.
5%.
And,
yep. In Kano State, 3 to 4% of the population are living with diabetes. The cost of treating diabetes monthly is maximum 20,000, minimum 6,000. Prevalence in Nigeria 10 years ago was 2.5%. Today it is at 5%.
Wow.
The most common types is type 2 diabetes, a chronic condition that affects the way the body processes blood sugar, glucose. Type 1 diabetes, a chronic condition in which the pancreas produces little or no insulin. Pre-diabetes, a condition in which blood sugar is high, but not high enough to be type 2 diabetes. Gestational diabetes is a form of high blood sugar affecting pregnant women.
It's a really big health problem all over the world, not just in Nigeria, but that infographic is actually quite visually
enlightening.
Yes, of course.
All right, but the man of the moment is Ben Fit. Ben Fit, you're the man.
It's T-I-T-I-N-A-Y, T-I-T-I-N-A-Y. Let's go. We are up now. We are up.
You know, there's stuff in my mouth. You know that.
Really? Really, AY? You left me hanging. Why?
I've been a chef.
Yeah, should we start again?
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. It's T-I-T-I-N-A-Y. Go.
T-I-T-I-N-A-Y.
Okay, you know what?
I'm the worst.
Yeah, you are the worst, really. But we have a fun day in the kitchen whenever Chef AY is around. and she is already on points, already on top of her game. I can already see it.
But you know I was crying before, right?
Why were you cry?
I told
Do you even have tear ducts? You. But actually she does. Whenever we're cutting onions here, we cry a little. We cry a little.
And that's the reason why I'm crying today.
So our menu today is on your screen, people. And the ingredients are oil, onions, oregano, ground beef, sweet potatoes, seasoning, tomato paste, chilies, thyme, and what's that last one?
Seasoning cubes?
Yeah, I think there's garlic in this.
Yeah, there's garlic in there.
Garlic.
But you have them right in front of you as well
right
here,
in front
so
of me.
it would just be
yes, indeed.
very, like you said, minimal items. That was the word that you used earlier on, didn't you?
So your everyday kitchen items can be used for this dish.
Excluding the ground beef, because I mean, people don't just have minced meat in their fridge or freezer.
Well, they should though. They should.
People are really going against eating beef lately, aren't they? So
true,
it's
very
not really
true, very true. But tell us the name of the dish.
We're having like garlic and herbs sweet potato with a mincemeat sauce.
Mincemeat sauce, a la Chef AY.
But you know, I never do anything simple. So yeah, I'm going to roll some of the beef in this, and I'm going to try and make like a egg roll with the mincemeat at some point.
I didn't mention eggs earlier.
Because it wasn't even part of the plan, you know, but I always have to.
You have to
just,
jazz it up.
you know, just for aesthetics.
I can imagine.
Make it worth a breakfast. You can't have breakfast without egg.
Well, yeah, true, very true. In Nigeria, anyway. So what's the first thing we need to do? What's the first thing we need to do?
What I decided to do is I really can't stand the fact that potatoes are really hard to cut. So what I've done is peel them and rinse them and then just boil them whole. Okay. But I'm not trying to get it soft. I just want to get it to the level where I don't have to be fighting with the knife.
Like yam.
And I'm good. No, but yam is so soft. The inside of yam is soft. Sweet potato is hard.
Compared to sweet potato, yes.
Sweet potato is really hard.
But sweet potato is, it's sweet potato, man. It's sweet. So you fight it and then you get the sweetness out.
You don't want the hassle. Too cute to be stressed.
So we're boiling our sweet potatoes.
Yes.
So what's the next move we make?
Once this is just like semi-boiled, I would bring that out and cut them into rounds.
Okay.
And then I would sprinkle some oregano and some fresh. I'll grate some fresh garlic on them.
Okay.
I'll taste. You can actually taste the seasoning just to see if it's spiced enough. If not, I'll add probably just a dash of salt. All right. And then I'm going to pan fry it.
Oh.
You can put it in the oven if you want, but I'm going to pan fry it because I actually like the taste of pan frying. But you guys know I don't use that much oil, so it wouldn't be soaked in oil or nothing like that.
Okay, so is there something we can demonstrate to people now?
Okay.
Is there a special way we're going to be chopping the peppers?
Well, no, not really.
No? Just normal, simple cutting?
We can actually show them how to do this because we can roll half of this into balls.
Okay.
And fry this up. This is our mincemeat.
We've actually run out of time, but she's gonna be rolling the minced beef in the egg. It's gonna be very messy, I have a feeling.
Why?
It's just a wise way. Sometimes things are messy. We have to head to a quick break though, but there's still so much more on Wake Up Nigeria. Welcome back. Now on Thursdays, you know it's all about being artsy, and we love our music and our performers. Abecheche is here, and he's based in the US. He's been playing the saxophone since 1997. Along the years, he's played with the likes of Femi Kuti, Dede Mabiaku, Onyeko Onwenu, and even D'banj. He's also shared the stage with top performers like Michael Bolton, Rihanna, Black Eyed Peas, Ron Canoli, and even Don Moen. We have him in the studio here with us, set to perform. Please tell me the name of the piece you're performing today.
Basically, I might be doing my new track that is trending right now. It's called Africa Gospel Gyration. So I want people to dance. I want you to have fun. It's like gyration, you know, remember when we were in college then, when we were in school? So there's something called like a peg guide. So I stole the idea and I bettered that into gospel. I'm like, okay, this will catch some people, man. Let's make it happen. Let's go back to memories. So
are you set to take it away?
Oh yeah, come on, give it to me, baby. Let's do it.
Take the floor, take the floor.
Wonderful, wonderful. Everybody, likes that. Cheche is not going. We'll still get back to Cheche this morning. That was some wonderful, uplifting music and groove there, man. I love that song, Ibuchim. It's been a while. But hey, great one there. Wonderful one, Cheche. Let's move on to some tech updates this morning. Now, we will make decisions that hurt the business if they help people's well-being and health, says Instagram CEO Adam Mosseri. To that end, this week, Instagram will expand its test of hiding like counts from everyone but a post creator to some users in the United States. Now, but these are major, but there are major questions about whether the change will hurt influencers. Mosseri revealed the plan at the Wire 25 conference last week. Now, saying Instagram, we have to see how it affects how people feel about the platform, how it affects how they use the platform, how it affects the creator ecosystem. Instagram CEO explained that the idea is to try to depressurize Instagram, make it less of a competition, and give people more space to focus on connecting with the people they love and things that inspire them. The intention is to reduce anxiety and reduce social comparison. Okay, now this is one that probably I'll discuss with some other members of the team, talking about Instagram, who, of course, are going ahead. So very soon, you'll be unable to see the like count on the post, except that post is yours. That is quite interesting. What do you think about that? Let me know on Twitter at TVC Connect with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, or you can tweet to me on Instagram directly at Mike Mesikeno. Let me know what you think about the hiding counts from Instagram. Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think that the pressure will reduce? Do you think that people will stop that comparison thing? Hey, I have more likes on this picture and all of that. Maybe it might be something that will just help. And I'm moving on from Twitter, from Instagram to Twitter. Former Twitter employees have been charged with spying. Now, Saudi Arabian officials allegedly paid at least 2 Twitter employees to access personal information on users the government there was interested in. According to recently unsealed court documents, those users were warned of the attempt in 2015, but the full picture is now only emerging. According to the federal complaint, Twitter employees Ahmad Abumano and Ali Al-Zabara were both approached by the Saudi government, which promised a designer watch and tens of thousands of dollars if they could retrieve personal information on certain users. Both Abuamo and Al-Zabara are charged with acting as unregistered Saudi agent spies. Of course, that's a picture there of Jack Dorsey, who was in Nigeria just a few days back to, of course, celebrate Twitter influence in Nigeria, and, of course, offered 1 or 2 Nigerians a job in Twitter HQ. That's quite a cool one there. But then it means that 2 other staff also will probably be losing their jobs as they have been indicted in that spying launch. All right, but then Disney Plus. Now, this is a big one, finally. Now, before I go to talk about this, Disney Plus has been has taken on a sobriquet, or should I say a pseudonym, as the Netflix killer. Now, Netflix, of course, is your go-to online platform when it comes to accessing digital content, from movies to TV shows and all of that. Netflix has been a one-stop shop. But then Disney Plus is coming with so much. Their content is off the hook. Now, they will launch in the United States and Canada and Netherlands. Of course, that was yesterday on November 12th. Now, a bit shy of a week from, it's already on. It's already on. Now, on November 19th, it will expand to Australia and New Zealand. Now, but what about the rest of the world? Disney has kept quiet about its plans for other countries, presumably because going live in another country is a little more complicated than just flipping a switch. Every country tends to have different privacy to tax laws regarding subscription services and rights, and licensing for each bit of content has to be detangled with respect to existing deals. Now, at least there is a launch date for 5 more countries. Disney says that Disney Plus will launch in the UK, Germany, Italy, France, and Spain on March 31st. When will it come to Nigeria? That's the question, of course. For now, you're unable, but then you have to be in the United States and Canada to access Disney Plus now. And of course, there's a whole lot of content available to Disney Plus that will rival and probably even better what Netflix has. So that's quite a great one. Competition is the name of the game. Of course, competition enables content producers to make sure that they give us quality content, and that's quite a cool one. And then moving on from Disney Plus to YouTube, who have a homepage redesign that focuses on usability, which is giving you control over recommendations. Of course, as you can see now, the company announced an updated, cleaner design that does away with information density, instead giving more room to the videos and their titles. Other new features added include an add to queue option on the desktop, a desktop version of YouTube's stop suggesting feature, and more. The design changes, which started rolling out last week, are focused on the desktop and tablet versions of YouTube, not the YouTube mobile app or website. Now, hey, come on, that's it. There you have it. There's a new redesign for YouTube. If you're using it on your desktop or on your mobile, apart from the app, you're definitely going to see something quite different. All right? And yeah, that's all. But then, Titi, I would have loved to ask Titi, I don't know if it's possible for her to talk to me now about what you might think about that Instagram, because I think it's a very big one. What might I think about that Instagram likes being hidden? Of course, it's only to some people in the United States. It's not yet the rest of the world.
So the issue for me is actually not damaging a winning formula. I feel the issue of likes and views has been a strong thing for Instagram, and I think it's one of the things that's made it shoot to the top. Removing those likes, I have a feeling a lot of people are just going to go on and move on to the next big thing. If someone comes up with another amazing app very soon, they might just move on. Now, of course, they're doing this because of mental health issues. You know, some people having mental health problems with regard to, you know, looking at people who admire their pictures and whatnot. But the truth is, it's a winning formula. Changing it now, I'm not so sure.
Okay, so just let me know what you think. Like I said, on social media, at Mike Mesqueno, at TVC Connect, with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Let me know what you think about Instagram hiding the likes count. I don't mind anyways. Like I said, pressure can get to some people. All right, that's all on tech for now. We'll take this short recess. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Chef AY, what have you been? I can't believe you chopped all this.
Why?
In just a few seconds, like seriously. And your hands are not peppering you.
At all. There's a technique to the madness. Technique.
Okay, so I can see what you've done here.
Yes.
The sweet potatoes, you did mention that you wanted them to soften up before you slice them into... What do they call these?
Rounds.
Rounds.
Yes.
What? Rounds?
Yeah, they're called rounds.
Just
essentially, you cut them rounds.
I would have called them wedges.
No, wedges are like a bit. I don't think wedges are round.
Okay. I don't know. Hey, you're the chef.
I don't know either. I'm not the chef in that regard.
No, but you are the chef.
Yes.
And you're a great chef at that.
Thank you.
So we have here quite a few ingredients. If you're just tuning in, we have seasoning, we have minced beef, egg, sweet potato, onions, peppers. That's chili peppers.
No.
What? Tatashe?
No.
What?
Shombo.
Shombo.
What's it called?
Shombo.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? Let me just make this look very touche and very arranged here, so that people can see what we're talking about. Yes, exactly. So this is what we have here. Yeah, great. Aha. So this is exactly what we're talking about. So shombo is the type shombo.
Yeah, it's a cross between rodo and tatashe, which is so weird because it just has like a kick of spice, but it's not as spicy as rodo, but it doesn't have any element of sweetness. So I think it would probably be closer to jalapenos, which is weird because I think they're almost shaped the same way, but these ones are red.
Okay,
I can't really help you on that one.
That's what they use for moi moi. You know, that's what they.
Yeah, I mean all anything but tomatoes, as long as you get more color. So shombo, tatashe, rodo.
So what were you just grating on top of the potato? Just
garlic.
Garlic.
Yes.
So grating garlic, does that have a better effect than just slicing it and putting it in?
I feel like slicing is only if you're putting it in a lot of water, where it will have the chance to soften and, dissolve. Okay. But then if it's something that's like flash frying or something that requires the garlic to evaporate quickly, man, I mean, you grate it and the flavors go in instantly, in my opinion.
Boom. So are we putting this on the
What I was gonna do is I wanted to take these out first.
Okay.
And set this aside because we're gonna use this in our egg rolls. Remember I mentioned something about egg rolls?
Oh.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fry an egg and roll this up and then.
Then what?
What? Are you like taking the piss?
Yeah, actually was. But the thing is, you didn't say anything about egg rolls before. You did
I
say
did. I
you
said I'm going to do something different with the eggs and I'm going to make the meatballs. Remember me saying that?
But you've just let the cat out of the bag
Oh,
by
I'm
saying
sorry.
it's egg rolls.
Well,
so we're
it's not
still
really
waiting
egg
for
rolls,
that boom to happen, but it didn't happen. But
It's not an egg roll anybody has ever seen. Let's just start with that. What you know as egg roll is not what you're going to see today. This is my egg roll.
So these were just fried for just like 2 minutes? These
Yes.
Meatballs?
Yes.
Okay, but you haven't put them in egg yet?
No, I'm not putting them in the egg. You see?
You see?
You see, you got the whole idea wrong.
I'm sorry.
See, don't
I
worry.
apologize.
You see it when you see it.
All right. No,
Okay, so let's start with the potatoes.
Okay.
Like I mentioned earlier. Let me take this out, and then what we'll do is we can actually have it in this oil. What's making you laugh so much?
You have no idea. Okay, you know what? I'm a big fan of meatballs, and I was just like, oh, is it done? But it doesn't look like it's completely finished yet. So let me let you.
Oh, God.
No.
How can you say that? Do you want it to be like crucified 3 times?
No.
It's cooked.
Okay, so the
It's
reason why
tender.
I wanted to know if it was cooked was so that I could take one and eat.
Yeah, go on.
So I know I don't want to now. No, I just want to know what we're going to do next. Anyway.
Okay, I want to. Why are you laughing?
No,
You're
I'm
not
not
going to make
laughing,
me.
I'm not laughing, I'm not
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to fry this one up. So the reason why I'm putting all over it is because I want to seal in. You know the garlic that we just. Oops.
Okay, the garlic that we
the garlic that we just added
Yes.
on. I want to just make sure it sticks on while we're flash frying the potatoes.
So that's oregano you're sprinkling all over that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All
A mix
right.
of oregano and thyme.
All right.
Yeah, so we're just going to cover that up. I think I was feeling sorry for the guest that was going to come on today.
Oh, why?
Because, I didn't really come heavy with my chili. I don't play with my pepper. Normally, I would have drizzled some chili on this, like some sort of powder, soya pepper or something.
Wow.
Just to, but then let me just really try and do a bit.
Okay, so our guest today, I'm not sure how much pepper they actually like.
Right.
But hey, we'll find out later.
No, it's not a heavy chili-based meal at all.
Okay, all
It's
right.
very, very soft and soft. It should be soft. It should be, Sha. I can't promise anything.
All right, then. So what's next?
I'm going to put this in the oil. If you notice, I didn't change the oil. The oil I used to fry the meatballs is what I'm going to use to fry the sweet potatoes. Because it has soak. Yeah, it has something called soak. So it's like stuff that sticks to the bottom of a pot.
Okay.
That adds to whatever you're doing, and it makes the oil seasoned as well.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
So now it's going in with the oregano, the garlic, the oil, and the thyme.
Yes.
How long is this going to stay in the pan?
Probably about 5 minutes max.
5 minutes max.
Yes.
On each
because
side?
I've cut it a bit thin so that it cook fast.
Okay.
So as long as it's done in the middle and it's ready in there and it has a nice little brown crisp to it, then we know we're good.
Well, I can tell you it smells amazing. From here, I've actually just been trying to stay away from the meatballs, because she might just smack my hand if I go there. One more time, those are our ingredients. We have oil, we have onions, oregano, ground beef, we have tomatoes, of course, sweet potatoes, chilies, garlic, and pepper.
Yes.
There's thyme in there as well.
Yes, tomato paste, yes.
All right. It's always fun whenever Chef AY is in the building. Always fun, always a gisting session.
Are we going to start this eggs and show them the eggs, or would they come back?
So tell me what we're going to do with the eggs quickly before we take that quick break.
Okay, so we're just going to put a bit of salt in the eggs, nothing else.
Okay.
Fry it like we've whisked it already, just put it in the pan. Once one side is done, we flip it over, then we put our balls in the middle so that when it's ready, we can roll it up.
Wow,
and then slice.
Oh, my meatballs.
Like a burrito, like a little burrito.
So now that was the secret. That was the secret.
That was the
secret.
Je ne sais quoi.
So do you think I can do that part, or does it have to be?
No, I'll do it. I got this.
You will? Okay, so...
You know what your job is?
You haven't... My job is to eat the food, right? Okay, but the guests today are really special guests.
Okay.
And one of them is getting set to perform for us right now.
Okay.
Abe Cheche's performance earlier was just completely amazing. And, I always wished I could play an instrument. Did you ever think you could,
Titi, you knew me from secondary school.
Oh.
Do I look like someone that really... This is the only form of art God has said I'm going to ever know how to do. That's it for me.
You've always
Nothing
been
else.
a creative in the food area. Yes,
Yes,
I
am.
understand.
I'm
I
a
understand that.
foodie, yes.
All righty. So with that, we're going to hand it over to Abecheche.
Yes.
For another performance. AY, won't you bump into that?
As in, I will just do my little something. The kind of music in it where you're just cooking, you know, calm your minds, calm your nerves, everything.
Yeah, so I can see that the potatoes are browning now on one side. It's having that crispy look.
Yes.
That one that makes you want to put your hand in the hot frying pan and you remember it's hot.
All the medicine has talked to the sauce. You can even see the crispness, how you know it's done. There's no way you'll get to this level if you've parboiled it. It won't be soft at this point. All you're going for now is color.
Color, right?
Color.
And that's just been in there for about 3 minutes.
There you have it.
Not bad.
So we're good. Are we showing them?
Yes,
how to do this quickly?
Let's show them quickly.
Okay.
Let's show them.
So
so onions.
Yes, in oil.
Straight in the oil.
Yes.
All right. Straight in there. Garlic.
One. Because I'm making a little quantity, and I don't want my garlic to brown. So as soon as I put in my garlic, I'm going in straight with my tomato paste.
Okay. So what's next?
My paste goes in.
Tomato paste.
Yes.
Tomato paste going straight into the oil. Okay.
And then I'm just going to grab a spoon. And then mix this all up. The heat here is a bit high, so it's more or less accelerating the process for me.
Okay. Is that good or not that good? You should reduce it, I guess.
I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
If you have time constraints, you got to do what you had to do. And if you don't, you can take your time and make it even more special. But either way, it'll still be delicious.
So there's something about AY sauces, yeah?
Yeah.
So whenever AY makes a sauce, for some reason, everybody just arrives in the kitchen after the show. Because everybody's like, wait, Chef, AY has made a sauce. And they just arrive. Even if it's just one spoonful of that sauce, the flavor in that one spoonful is like a whole pot of soup. Okay, so what was that? That was oregano?
A seasoning, seasoning cube.
Okay, seasoning cube went in there.
Yes.
Now some chili. Straight in there.
Chili in there.
Chili. All right.
Tomatoes.
Woo! The sauce is coming together.
Yep, and you can see that I've not really wasted time in terms of waiting. Apart from stirring the tomato paste, I've not really had to wait. Because everything can cook together
I was actually wondering, where are you rushing to? Like,
I'm just a fast chef. I don't know why. I really hate wasting time in the kitchen. Like, you genuinely have to, like, to put me on pause. I want to just do it as fast as I can. Like, I feel like I should probably go for, like, a cooking competition where speed is required. I really like cooking fast.
Okay, okay.
Like, look at this. Like, we're basically almost done with our breakfast. And if you take away the time that we've used to chat and stuff. If I was focused on making this meal,
it would be done.
You'll be done in like 25 minutes maximum.
Okay.
Like you would start your potatoes as you jump in the shower, come out, as you're dressing up, you have already cut it in slices and get it frying.
It's your kind of chef that, you know, there are a lot of men are looking for. When they get home from work, you know, they just land, our food is ready. And with that, we have to take a quick break. Chef AY doing her thing, and there's still so much more on Wake Up Nigeria. The third hour of the most exciting premium family TV show on TV. TV show on TV. It's like tautology, right?
No.
It's Wake Up Nigeria.
Who says it is? It is what you say it is, man.
Yeah,
you know you're a poet. You just drop some lines earlier. So you're bad like that.
Thank you. I'm dynamite like that. Yes.
If you missed the last 2 hours of the show, then just stay tuned as we still have a couple of things to come in the next 45 minutes. But before we go ahead to what we do, we have to give 2 birthday shout-outs. Very big ones. Big ones. We'll get prepared for it.
So we're trying to save it for now. So
we'll get prepared for it. We'll get prepared for it.
What?
Another day, we'll plan it well when she's here. Because she's not here. But hey, happy birthday, Mary Basho Alimi, of course. You know Mary. Mary's in the house. But she always does this thing to always not be around on her birthday.
She always does that.
She always does that. But we'll catch her.
Happy birthday, Mary. We love you.
Exactly, we do. Wherever you are on social media, please go out there. Wish her a happy birthday. It's at Lady O Mary 1, I think on Twitter and on Instagram. I would also post to wish her a happy birthday. Let her know how much you love her, how much you appreciate her. Also, another very big birthday shout out is to our head of programs, Folarin Olakole. His birthday is today.
The big boss himself.
The
person that makes sure that this ship stays afloat. Mr. Folarin Olakole. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much for what you do.
It does more than just a ship. Like maybe he makes the ocean even stay in place. There are very few people I get to. I'm quite successful or good at what I do due to a number of people. He's one of those kind of people that they've helped to groom me and get me to where I am. So happy birthday for Folarin Olakole. We'll give you tomorrow. We'll prepare for them.
Yes, sir.
And we'll let you see the people that we're talking about. They want to show themselves. We'll prepare for them. Happy birthday to 2 of these wonderful people. You guys are birthday mates. All right. Okay, Olukule, pardon me, see me now. You think with Yoruba names and all that. You should calm down.
We have to get the show back on the road. My name is Titilayo Oyinson.
Of course, I am Mike Mestakena. We're streaming live at tvcentertainment.tv and also on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Yes, send in those comments, those birthday shout-outs, everything else. Send it with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
You can also connect and interact with us via our mobile app. It's available for download on Android and iOS stores. Anywhere you have an internet connection, you can definitely interact with us.
Yes, indeed. Now, we still have the amazing saxophonist, Abiodun Owokoya here. Abecheche, he's going to be joining us for a chat in a bit. And we'll be talking about that wonderful performance he did. He did a wonderful great For art display, we have Okedoyin Oluwatosin coming into the studio. Now, this is a painter whose paintings are just surreal. Even just looking at them on the screen, it's just amazing. I wonder what the process is like from start to finish. We'll find out soon enough.
Definitely will do just that.
Look at that one. Amazing.
Yeah, amazing. Of course, we also have Joe Abdallah who will join us for a chat later on the show. All right, so, I feel like I don't know, Mary, Mary is you know.
Mary is a very interesting,
wonderful. It's her birthday. I don't know. She has this birthday jitters. I don't know. How do you ever have birthday? Yeah, that's why she tends to miss on her birthday. She rather take a leave or something and all of that.
I think she just prefers to spend time with family on her birthday, and one can't really fault anyone for that. Some people like to rest. Some people like to share their birthday with their colleagues, people that they're close to in the office. Well, people have different ways of
celebrating.
But I know that she
birthdays.
also used to do something online with her followers on Twitter. Now, Mary has been on the radio for almost 9 years now.
Whoa.
And that's a long time to be on the radio. So,
wow.
As Lady O Mary, we know that her followers are really strong. So that's something I have in common with Mary. So I was on the radio for about 8 years. And along the line, we're almost on air at the same time at different radio stations. But you know how it is when you know who your competition is on air. I always used to look out, so what's Mary doing today? You know, what's she talking about today? So she's one of those people who has stayed, consistent.
So you used to track her like that?
She used to track me now.
Are you serious?
And then we now jam ourselves here, Wake Up Nigeria.
All right,
you know,
great one.
And then apart from that, she's actually a very beautiful person, you know, facially and inside.
Mary now fine girl.
Entrepreneur, too bad.
American can sell anything. She has a passion. I think it was yesterday we were talking about passion and you know, her passion for sales and all of that, and how she goes across making a lot of sales on different things. And she can, you know, I feel she has the ability to convince an Eskimo to buy ice.
Yes, so. So I used to joke that every month it was like I was paying Mary a salary because there was always something I had to pay for.
You had to buy something. Yeah. So she makes your life easier, whatever it is that you want. You'll be surprised in extent. I told you, except it's a human being. Even human beings are thinking this.
Wow.
Once you need something, contact Mary, man. Your social media, anywhere, hit her up. And I bet they just tell her I want to buy something as.
Then someone who's also been very supportive is Mr. Folari Olukunle. So he's been a support system. He's been guiding all of us at TVCE smoothly. We have so much more we're doing now because of his guidance, and you know, it's just really admirable.
Good one.
Everything he's been able to do, and the vision for TVCE.
Good one. I don't to say something and they're not being as if Chelsea, Man City, that match. Folari, tell your boys. Folari, they should do it. If not, if Man City should beat Chelsea, this is your birthday, it will not be good.
You see what I have to do.
All right, then let's head over to the news, of course. Ibrahim is on standby for that one.
All right, welcome to the news. Now, the senators approved President Muhammad Buhari's request to pay Kogi State 10 billion naira as refund for a project executed on behalf of the federal government. The approval was granted during plenary after a presentation by the Committee on Local and Foreign Debt. This request unsettled the parliament, with senators questioning the time of approval. The minority leader argues that the approval is coming at an odd time and should be extended to avoid mismanagement of funds. But the Senate President was quick to counter these requests, arguing that the payments to the state is long overdue. Some other lawmakers advocated that such considerations be extended to all the states. At least 6 persons, including a driver and with radio biosar, have been killed after hoodlums attacked the governorship campaign rally of the People's Democratic Party in Nimbe. While the dead are believed to have been taken to the mortuary, many are missing after the incident. Governor Siraki Dixon has visited some of the wounded at the Biosar Specialist Hospital at the Federal Medical Center in Yenagoa. The governorship candidate of the PDP and the national vice chairman of the party in the South-South region spoke to journalists. Now, 3 policemen also have been killed at Aboro village along the Fadan Karshi Nimbaya Forest Road in Sanga local government area of Kaduna State. They were ambushed Tuesday afternoon by heavily armed gunmen while on patrol in the area. The operatives had engaged the hoodlums, but in the process got killed, while all the team members escaped unhurt. Police authorities in the state assured that the culprits will be caught and made to face justice. And sub-editor of the Premium Times for the Northeast, who was abducted on Monday, has been set free. Abdulkarim Haruna was kidnapped 2 days ago by a group of unknown gunmen clad in military uniforms along the Jos to Bauchi Highway. He was the only one removed from the public vehicle in which he had been traveling and taken away to an undisclosed location. It is reported that he is hale and hearty and is on his way to be reunited with his family. Now, outside Nigeria, Egyptian authorities have brokered a ceasefire between Israel and militants in Gaza. The ceasefire, which came into effect early today, ends 2 days of intense fighting that saw hundreds of rockets fired into Israel and 32 Palestinians killed. The cross-border violence began after an Israeli airstrike killed the commander from the militant group. Israel has not confirmed this ceasefire. The impeachment hearing on U.S. President Donald Trump was the first public display of allegations that he abused his powers to seek political favors from the Ukrainian government. Senior U.S. diplomat in Ukraine, Bill Taylor, one of the witnesses who testified against Mr. Trump on Wednesday, told lawmakers about another conversation when President Trump again voiced his desire to push Ukraine to publicly announce investigations which would give his 2020 campaign a boost. The conversation allegedly happened on July the 26th, 1 day after Trump's call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, where he pressed Zelensky to investigate former Vice President Joe Biden and his son, Hunter Biden. And that's the news today on Wake Up Nigeria. Stay tuned for weather.
Something I love about Thursdays is the creativity that we get to put in front of your screens, of course, whenever we do our art displays. Talking to artists, talking to sculptors and all of that is always a humbling experience for me. I love talking to creative minds. Today, we have Luli in the house. Luli, it's great to have you. You're welcome. The latest creative man that we have on our art segment. He's a visual artist.
Yes,
yeah, that's what you are. And you've been doing this for a very long time.
A very long time.
Let's talk about how this all started for you.
Well, it has started since when I was a kid. I've always been this imaginative artist. And I've always liked drawing something from my head right from a childhood. Like we started with Super Strikers and all of that, when we do comics and all of that. Then maybe, I think around 2014, I just decided to pick art as my major stuff and go for in school. Then we started painting and all of that.
Which school did you study art?
I did my ND in Ibadan Polytechnic.
Oh, Ibadan Polytechnic.
Yeah, and my
wonderful.
HND at Last Polytechnic, Lagos State Polytechnic.
Fine and applied art? Or?
Yes.
Wonderful. You know, see, that's something that when I see people going to do, because it's not something that a lot of parents want to support their wards or their children to go do. How was it for you? Did the family support you?
Yeah, they supported me. But the thing is, they have to go through a lot of patience and all of that because it's something you have to really be patient at to get money at.
I'm telling you, man.
It's very expensive. You get to spend more money on it and all of that. So they were supportive, and I like that about them.
You know, yes, you know. So you're done with this now, and as a professional, you've taken this professionally and all of that. How has it been? We've spoke about the challenges it is as a society. We don't really appreciate art as much as we should.
Yes.
Yeah, but how is it for you personally? Does it pay the bills to an extent? Does it help?
Yeah, it helps. Art is a great thing.
It is.
It's something everybody should pay attention to.
I agree, man.
Yeah, but
I agree.
I think it's the society in Nigeria, Sha. So they don't really pay attention to art the way they're supposed to, like in abroad and all of that.
True.
Art is something that speaks for the mind. I paint the things I see in my mind, and the things that I see, and I just put them on the canvas directly.
As a person, what does art do to you?
Art?
Yes.
Art is the only way I can express my feeling.
I like
Art is
that.
the only way I can express my
I like
that.
that.
I want to talk, and sometimes there are some things you want to say, and they are not just they are not words to put
them. I get
but
you.
You can pick the colors and then represent them in colors. I think that's the only way I can represent my feelings and all of that.
Right.
All these are just my feelings.
Talking about feelings, let's bring this one forward. Let's start talking about your feelings. What's this piece? What's it titled?
I titled The Road to Mexico.
The Road to Mexico.
What do
you mean by the road to Mexico?
I've not been to Mexico before, but I'm very sure there's a road like this in Mexico.
You see, and he made mention of something about creative ability, bringing what is in his mind. He can't talking about. I love that. I love that. But it can only come from creativity. So the road to Mexico. What does the road to Mexico entail?
Yeah, well, right from childhood, I've always dreamt of this new Mexico thing because I'm a fan of country music and all of that.
Oh, wonderful.
So I've always wanted to go to Mexico right from time. So then just one day I just picked up the canvas and said, okay, look, what am I supposed to do with this canvas? And then I picked up a pencil and sketched it. And I was like, this road, where can I title this road? And I just said, well, since I've wanted to go to Mexico, right from child, then it's the road to Mexico.
It's more or less somewhere that you aspire, that you dream to want to be, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so these people are just sojourners on the way, and they're heading on that way. Wonderful. I like this. The road to Mexico. All right, so let's bring this one a bit closer. Let me stand up and get it a bit closer. Okay, let's start with this.
Okay.
We saw this earlier, and this is really something. Talk to us. What's the title?
Well, I titled this one Tranquility.
Tranquility, peace.
Yeah, peace.
Tranquility. I love that. So how was it? What was the inspiration behind Tranquility?
Well, when I started painting this thing, I never knew where I was going. But then I started using blue. Then when I saw I was using blue a lot, then I pictured the meaning of blue. What's the meaning of blue? Blue can stand as calmness.
You're right. You see, I found out that the thing with colors have a lot of meanings.
Yes.
Red is for love. Red is also for fire. Red is also for blood. There's a lot. But blue is one thing that's very constant. Once I see blue, I think of peace.
Yes.
The sky, whenever the skies are blue, you think that it's peace. Whenever the waters, if you can see blue water, it means it's not trouble. There's peace in it. So blue as a color, symbolism, blue is for peace. Wonderful, great one. So that was how you were just putting on the blue and putting on with the blue and all of that. Is that a child or something and all of that?
Yeah, a child.
Wonderful.
It's
I like
absence of trouble, absence of trouble,
absence of can tranquility be achieved in the world as it is now? Do you think it's a possibility?
Yeah, it just deals with our inner man. It's the individual. I heard a story about a man and a child. The kid was disturbing his father and all of that. Then the man was like, what can I give this kid to? Then he saw a newspaper and saw the thing and scattered it and gave the child, yeah, go fix this. And in 3 minutes, the kid came back and Dad, I fixed it. And he was like, wow, how did you do this? Then the kid said that I turned the newspaper all around. And when he turned the newspaper, there's a picture of a man behind the newspaper. He said, what? He said, I just fixed the man. And the newspaper came together. So if we can fix ourselves individually, the world will be a better place.
Did you hear that story? Quite interesting. I mean, it's so cool that we are all wearing blue here. You're wearing blue up, you're wearing blue down, you're blue cap, I'm wearing blue here. I mean, we're all feeling the tranquility. The sky is blue. There's so much of blue around me here. I can see a blue bus. There's a blue car here. Even my DOP is wearing blue jeans. I mean, there's so much of blue around here. Wonderful. I love that. Now let's talk about this. This is wonderful. This is wonderful, right? So what's this painting title?
Well, I titled this Inyuola.
Inyuola.
It's a
what does that
very
mean?
conk Yoruba.
It's conk. It's even hard for me to pronounce. What does that mean?
It means the wealthy beads.
The wealthy
beads.
Beads. That's B-E-A-D.
B-E-A-D. That's
okay.
You can see the beads around.
The beads around.
There's this lady I met around, I think 2016, and that's her name. And I was wondering what kind of name is. I've never heard it before. And she said her name is Inyuola. Whoa, Inyuola, what kind of name is that? She now described and gave me emphasis on the name. And she was like, okay, then I think last year, then I picked up a canvas and I was like, what can I paint? Then I remembered Inyuola then. It was orphaned. It was imaginative. I didn't have a reference for anything I do. Then I started painting it. Then I just decided to title it Inyuola. Well, since I met a lady that once looked like this and told me about her story. Then when my friends came in and they were like, whoa, this is Inyuola.
Are you serious?
I'll be like, well, I painted that for my head. And they're like, this looks like Inyuola.
Does she know you have this painting?
Yes, she knows that. She gave me a video and this is you, Inyuola. This guy is mad.
Great one, wonderful. And then you had to put the beads, you had to accentuate the beads. I can see the beads here, I can see the beads here. Like you said, what's it again? What's the
wealthy beads.
The wealthy beads. Can you tell us a bit about what she expatiated, what she told you about the name?
Yeah, she said it's this Yoruba names that they give their children, and she was like, it's a cultural name and all of that. It's a cultural name that maybe from a wealthy family and a precious child come out from the wealthy family, then maybe they can just give her the name Inyuola, that's a wealthy child or a son or daughter from that family.
From a wealthy family.
All right.
Have you ever, Luli, this is a bit more personal. Have you ever been part of any exhibition or something?
Not a solo exhibition and not a exhibition per se, big exhibition per se, but there are these few little exhibitions I've been putting in for.
Okay, so but moving forward, did you have plans for a personal exhibition or being a part of an exhibition?
Yeah, sure. I have some series of works now at hand now, but maybe after I finish my HND, because I'm currently in my HND.
Oh, you're still doing your HND?
Yes, the final year. So after the final year, then I can go on it.
All right. So let's give a final word to Nigerians generally about the appreciation of art. For some people, they don't know how much of a value you can get when you appreciate art. Yeah. What kind of words would you have for them?
I think it is getting better now.
Okay.
Because I've been to a few exhibitions and I see Nigerians turn up about art. I see the way they buy and they talk about art. So I think it's coming up, not like before. But I just want them to put more effort on it, because I see a few kids trying to put art, and when they do this, their parents are like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? All of this and all that.
Exactly.
Because they don't really know what art is. They don't really know the implication of art. We feel art is just an expression of our mind. Sometimes there are some kids that they won't be able to put it in words. Some just pick pencils and draw. I have a kid brother that does that now. I feel my mom will be like, we have an artist in the house already. We want you to be
don't want to.
We want you to be a doctor.
Luli, right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Luli. Thank you very much, Luli. And there you heard him, the creative mind. There's so much when you appreciate art. There's so much you can learn from. Tranquility, at least, that's one lesson you can pick from today. Thank you, Luli.
And
all the best in your career.
Yeah, thank you.
All right,
very much.
There's still a little bit more to come on the show. Let's head back into the studio.
Hello and welcome back. Now we have our celebrity guests for today already seated in the studio. Now it's someone that has become quite well known, especially online, for his amazing artwork. But he became even more well known when he went for Big Brother Pepperdem, the just previously wrapped up Big Brother. Everybody was all about this guy with the mustache. Joe Abdallah, a reality TV star, contestant in the recently concluded Big Brother Naija. His artistic over encompasses visual paintings, prop creation, space management. He even does miniature sculptural works. He's who you would call a complete artist. Welcome to the studio.
There's a lot though. I don't know if my head is swelling or it's just...
Please don't let your head swell. Don't let it swell. Welcome to the studio.
How are you, Titi?
I'm good, I'm good.
Nice to be here.
So the first question, obviously, is this look. It's become like an iconic look. Everyone was talking about the guy with the mustache, the guy always twirling his mustache in the house. And I said I was going to ask about that. So when did all that start?
Rather, a short while actually, before Big Brother, last year or last 2 years.
Okay.
It was just after the fact that, looking at everyone doing the same thing, everyone is always having the beard gang, then the dreads and all that. I had my hair then.
Okay.
So, having it regularly seen, I had to change something. So this is different.
Yeah.
Although they had to call it, Mashallah was always screaming catfish, and everyone now calls it, a grandson of Herbert Macaulay. A
grandson of Herbert Macaulay. So I was going to ask about that. Did you like that nickname or?
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
So tomorrow they're going to come up with something else. Worse, better, doesn't really matter.
Okay. But is it hard to twist the mustache like that? I don't know.
No, it's just do that.
That's all?
Yeah.
And it stays?
Yes.
My goodness.
A lot of people feel it's an attachment, actually. So
okay.
But it's not.
It's real?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Very real.
All right then.
Very real. But I'm waiting for the time no one is going to ask about this so that I can give a gift, because everybody asks.
Okay. But wasn't that the whole idea, to have something to stand out with?
Okay.
All right, so just tell us a bit about your background. What were you doing before Big Brother?
Okay, so well, Big Brother just made it obvious to everyone, but I've been an artist for a while, creative artist, so I'm always, I paint a lot, yes. Okay. So I'm always finding a way to create one thing or the other. I build props, I did graffiti, and most of the time I was always, trying to do these things for people.
Okay.
You know, I want to create things and make the house beautiful. I do body arts as well. You know.
When you say body art, what sort of, are you saying tattoos or what?
So I do the temporal and the permanent.
Tattoos?
Yeah. So
wow.
the temporal are not tattoos. The temporal, like, let me show you. I think I have one here.
You have one on your sleeve?
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously I
wow.
wanted to look up.
Okay, so can we get a shot of that? So are you saying you did this morning?
So I did this myself. Yeah, no, this is actually a new material I use now.
Okay. You're going to have to hold your arm steady there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's it.
Okay.
Although this is actually my style. I like this particular vein thing because a lot of people don't use it. And
okay.
This material is new.
Okay.
Other than the acrylic markers I use. Those ones could last like a day, mostly for photo shoots. But this is going to last more than a day or two. We're preparing for a particular event coming up on the 17th.
Oh, wow. Okay, okay, okay. So how long did this take, for instance?
For me, it's like 2-3 minutes to make.
Really?
Yeah.
So that means you can do this really fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I should cover it back.
Yeah, okay. Well, you can leave it open. I like
Let me
show
it off.
Yeah, show it off. Show it off. So, okay, so you're an artist.
Yes.
But is there anything else you were doing before then? Did you ever have a desk job?
Okay, so the job I had was I was the creative director, or the creative director of Central Park, Abuja.
Oh, okay.
There was a desk, but I never really used it.
Okay.
Because I'm not that one that stays in that place to do. So I just want to create. So the space I get, I just recreate, come up with ideas to like make the place look a little more beautiful.
All
so doing paintings, doing graffitis. I did a lot of graffitis actually. Then Abuja, when I moved to Abuja, it was more about that and trying to like change spaces, space management, as you're saying, just to reconstruct the arrangement of things you have in your place. Paintings will be involved.
All right, so I want to go back to the Big Brother house.
Okay.
You know, there was a little, should we call it an altercation between yourself and Tacha. Now, Tacha is a figure who's, you know, surrounded or shrouded with controversy. But when you were in the house, did you feel like it would cause that much of a buzz when you were doing what you were doing?
Well, I was, as I said before, I was having fun. Yeah, it might not be fun for her, but
what?
I'm the bad human for a reason. Yeah. So, and the controversy or whatever popped up because of that was planned by Nigerians, not because, you know, I wanted that way. So, however it came, it was meant to be due to the game. So, no hard feelings with anyone. But, you know, a lot of people have to come up with their own ideas. So,
okay. So a lot of people did come for you, you know, like that kind of, you know, Tasha fans, they were after you on social media. The Titans, yeah?
Yeah, I was threatened, you know.
You were threatened?
Yeah.
When you say threatened?
Yeah, death threats and the likes.
Wow.
Yeah, most of these people, I think, you know, they don't really have stuff they're doing. So they have that time to do that. And they come up with ideas of how they're going to pour this and they're going to do that. Even the people that are handling the page, they're going to do that. Wow. And I see it and I'm like, oh, so sad, you know. Like, but I've never gotten such, I've never gotten a death threat before. So that was an experience and, you know.
But have you had communication with Tasha since then?
Well, yeah. I tried to reach out sometime, but I think network.
Network.
Yeah, so.
I like that.
But there's no problem with me and her.
All right. It's good to hear. But what about the other housemates? So who are you actually in touch with?
You know, it's on and off, basically, because right now, since everyone got out, that's a personal thing. We have personal growth to, like, work on. So I'm not expecting to have the gathering of 6 or 10 of us together if you don't invite us. You know, TVC doesn't invite us or MultiChoice doesn't invite us. That's the only chance we actually get. We try our very best to come together, but you know, because of time frame and timetables, it's not always going to be. But I keep in touch with a good number of people. There's Venita, recently Jackie, Mike, Mashallah, Fraud, because I'm supposed to do some things with Fraud as well. I'm working with a good number of them.
Okay.
You know, my creative inputs to what they actually do.
All right.
So yeah.
So it does feel like, you know, everybody got a little closer when they came out of the house, because we've had other housemates at TVC and they all say the same thing. So it's actually, it feels like you all are doing good.
Yeah, but that's the way it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be good. In the house, we were stuck in a space for a period of time to be forced to, you know, relate and do whatnot. out here is the real self. The ones that were not themselves are now themselves. So the ones that are still maintaining that personality they created for the TV.
So what's next for Joe Abdallah, the bad human? What's happening next?
Well, I would say a good number, but let me try and shorten it up. So I'm working on creating workshops for schools, classes for kids and adults actually, tutoring them how to be creative in their own way. A lot of kids are not encouraged. You know, and a lot of adults actually wanted to be, but they were never encouraged till now. So I'm giving the opportunity for students to actually learn, you know, creativity, how creative they are. And I'm also working on the use of recycled objects to actually build props, because I also build props. Chipping in graffiti and creative arts to schools too, having the kids join me to make it done. And there's one thing that I'm actually going to launch very soon, which is I'm a masseuse.
You're a masseuse?
Yes.
When you say masseuse, you're talking about actual massage?
Yes.
All right.
So I'm not just handy by fixing things. I also, and painting rather, I also do body works properly. So Bad Human Body Works is going to be launching out soon, and I'm going to be like in a couple of spas around. All right. There's a tour that I'm doing, so
amazing.
You guys should be expecting that.
All right. So Joe Abdallah is very creative with his hands. I'm not sure what sort of food you like, but Chef AY has been busy preparing something special.
Yeah, I can smell the aroma. Is very...
All right, so let's take a walk.
All right.
Let's take a stroll to the kitchen and have a bite. Go ahead. Chef AY.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mikey. And of course, this is your seat right there.
Oh, okay.
That's your seat.
Okay.
You were
Mike.
You didn't wait for us.
I don't think I want to wait.
I'm trying to get some
some forks.
Some forks and all of that.
You have to wait. You have to just chill. You have to chill. We have to chill. Woo!
So, Chef AY, you just want to tell us how we, just tell us, don't worry. Okay, you are here with Titi, so Titi can do the honors.
All right, so Chef AY had a small number of ingredients to work with today. She had sweet potato, you know, tomato paste, garlic. She also had minced beef, right? And she's whipped up something really special. Go ahead.
Yay. Yeah. It will never be the same if I'm never pretentious in it. This is essentially just minced meat and sweet potato, but I just decided to make it a bit funky. So yeah, it's not too spicy. Boiled and fried my sweet potatoes with a bit of herbs, whatever you want to throw in, that's your business. Eggs, you know, eggs rolled up with meatballs, minced meat sauce, some side garnishing of salad, just so we know we've eaten vegetable this morning too. Simple, clean, easy breakfast. 20 minutes.
This will have to suffice.
I am totally Nigerian.
All right. So that's for you. And that is for you, sir. So
Thank you. This
please.
Joe, you want to try and let me know what it seems like?
Have a bite. Please have a bite and tell us what you think.
Let me grab him fork.
Please have a bite.
Actually amazing.
This looks good to me.
How does it?
Smells good.
It smells good, yeah?
Does it look like what I just said it is?
Something like that.
No, we need to just taste it. It seems like you're even more excited than we are.
Yeah, I'm more excited about food. You know, this is my calling. Sorry.
Yeah,
you know.
it's our calling.
Even if it's not good, just smile. I'm the chef.
Now
you know
that
what
you
we
said
do
that,
with
I'm not trying to.
Oh, come on now, Joe. Really?
Oh,
She
man.
said it.
Oh, man.
Okay, let the big guy finish.
Oh, man. This is great.
Oh, God.
Are you saying this because it is great?
It is so good.
I'm going to be very truthful. I need to know now.
Mama and test it, man. Mama and test it.
Please. Don't be a hater. Okay.
Be sincere to yourself. Look at the smile on him. Look at the smile on him.
You're smiling.
You don't even know what I'm about to do.
All right, so say it. Say it.
Okay.
Not bad. Not bad.
It's good?
Good job, good job, good job.
And that's
Fantastic.
what we're
Very
looking
good.
for. That's what we're looking for. We
Very
always
good.
trust Chef AY. Even though sometimes her brain can scatter. We
always
know
is,
she comes
but it
together
just
on the plate.
Come together.
Good scatter?
On the plate, she comes together.
Listen good.
Always.
All right, a big shout out to Homely NG for our kitchen accessories.
Yes, indeed.
And of course to everyone for coming on the show. Thank you very much for being a part of this. Tomorrow is Friday. There's a whole lot. It's fun day. You know what it is, what we have for you. See you tomorrow, 6 a.m. Bye-bye.
See you next Thursday.
Bye.